All right, so we gonna do a couple of updates on some stories. This is gonna be part 3 on Poncho, the G from GA. You know what I'm saying? And so I got a couple different little things that I was talking about, like, and you wouldn't really believe that you wouldn't really believe like there's another video, but that I don't think that's gonna be in there. Well, no, it is gonna be in this one. So I told y'all about, now we on Lake Street, it's late at night. Rainbow used to be where it's called, what it's called. The Rainbow is not Rainbow no more, it's Audie's. Right now, 26th and Lake, where the police station burnt down. So now, we meet these group of girls. Somehow, you know, we out and about. We young, we like, what, 21, 22, 23? So now, when I look back at this, the Poncho story, I'm thinking was 01, 02. I don't think it was 03, 04. Because 03, I was getting ready to go. I don't think it was 04. I know it couldn't have been 04 or 05 or 06. It had to be, it was way before I had an apartment. I was still living in my mom's. So it had to have been 04 and prior. Because like I said, if Poncho would have heard about what happened to me that year in 04, get up. Man, that nigga probably had a $2 million bail. But without question whatsoever. If that nigga would have heard that shit would have cracked off. Now, you know, to the homies and stuff, it was funny. That wouldn't have been funny to bro at all. That wouldn't have been pro. He might have cracked a little joke or a smile or whatever like that, but he probably would have, I can just see it now. Hey man, this happened, you know why, this happened. Oh, okay, little homie, where'd it happen at? Oh man, it happened off of, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh man, homie, why? I told you not to go around there. You know what I'm saying? I told you not to go around there, man. But, anyway, what's the information? Oh, well, yeah, man, I heard this nigga stay over here. That's a bet.
Either y'all got duct tape.
Duct tape?
Before. Just need it. You got some or not?
Not on me.
And you could tell he pissed off because he's smoking a cigarette. You gotta, at this time, he's thinking of me like a little brother and stuff. He ain't too much older than me, but he done been through so much shit. He done went through the penitentiary system and all kind of shit. So
first day in here, same thing as in the street.
Fresh fish! Look at him, thinking he hard!
You ain't gonna last a week, new boy.
Better keep them eyes open, rookie.
Let him talk.
Yeah, you gonna see tough guy.
he's kind of like, he's like a young old nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's like a young 22, he's like a 24, 25, but the nigga probably 35, 40 in the mind, you know what I'm saying?
Stay inside. Keep your head low, they said.
Yo, new fish, what's your name?
Courtney. Courtney? That's a cheerleader name, man.
Where your pom-poms at, Courtney?
Break it up, hands behind your back.
You know what I'm saying? So, oh, okay. And he can smoke a cigarette. He'll have a cigarette like this, he'll be lighting it up. Plus, you can tell he's pissed off because he'll be like, all right, so here's what we gonna do. That nigga gotta go, man. You know what I'm saying? You might say, but it might be more cryptic than that. So it's more sinister, but it'd be like, may have to pull up like the UPS truck. It'll say something real cryptic. It won't be just right what he's saying he's gonna do, because you couldn't tell. He'd have so many riddles. He was like a riddler. So the nigga would be like, yeah, I might have to help that nigga move some furniture or something, man. It'd be something like that. It just be real sinister. He might crack a little small smirk, and you think the way he's so calm, he's pissed off because the way his eyes are fixed, because he's looking at you. All right, little homie. And he look off to the side and he smoked a cigarette as if nothing happened at all. As if what I just told him did not happen at all. The calmness is kind of like, and so it's funny because you kind of still thinking like, man, I don't think that nigga's really serious. And the nigga's dead fucking serious, like dead ass serious. And hasn't raised his voice, hasn't said anything or whatever like that. I said, man, I ain't gonna be able to tell this nigga anything that happens. Any discrepancy I have out and about or something like that, because I know that nigga's gonna go and try to see about that shit. And I'm like, no, bro, it ain't worth it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fine or whatever. No, man. Niggas didn't do that type of shit, man. So but that's how he was. So, you know, I'm sitting up here. Okay, let me think about it. Okay, so now he's telling us another story. But okay, let's get back to the females in the front of Rainbow. So we wrestling with him and stuff like that. He pulls one's head over her hood, and he does some little move or some shit. Like, you can tell he's playing with her like that. He ain't trying to hurt her or nothing like that. But she's trying to fight and actually hit him. He's like, come on, baby, hit me. You know, see what you got. So she's really trying to hit this nigga, but she's playing too. But she's hitting him, and he's just blocking the shit a little, doing the stuff. But you could tell by the way he's doing that shit, like, you can just tell by the way he's moving. Because if you were to see him and look at him, you're not really gonna think he knows how to really. I mean, you could tell he could fight, but the shit he was kind of doing was like some shit he's been doing a long time. Like, he just been pulverizing niggas since he was a child. So he's doing little moves. She's trying to hit him. He's blocking the shit over there, and he pulls her hood over her head and gets her down like that, and kind of pushes her head back and kind of puts his knee on her back a little bit. He said, yeah, see, that's what we used to do in the hood, you know. So he lets her up, she fighting, and she's slapping on him and all that. So now her other little friend comes and jumps on my back and puts me in a little headlock, and we fall over. We just having fun. We just doing.
You going, huh? Good check.
Panchos, stop! I can't see.
Exactly. Now you safe.
You silly.
Y'all out here acting like middle schoolers.
Hey, keep talking. Watch what happens.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
hold up. Got you, big talker.
Whoa, all
That's
right.
what you get. He looks stuck.
He ain't
I
going
ain't
nowhere.
innocent apparently.
A little goofy shit at night. We smoking. So now we end up by my house. So, you know, but I guess the red bone starts playing with me before we get down there. She starts playing with me and stuff like that. We fall, and she kind of look at me like, you know, I like you. So, you know.
Gotcha. Whoa, hey.
Yo, wow. Uh-oh, DP. She likes you, man.
I so do.
You serious?
He was an advocate. Bro, if he thinks a broad like you, he's senator. He's senator. He might be a dope fiend or nothing. If he thinks a broad likes you, that nigga sending his way. He ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, like, he wasn't one of these guys. He was, you know, that's just how he was. He just, you know, so he's like, man, you know, yeah, she like you, man. She like you, man. So now he's kind of directing her to, you know, so now we go back by my house. Now this might be the second time he been around or whatever like that. He's still sitting outside like, you know, I don't, you don't just bring me in your mama house like that. You know, she don't know me like that. You know, since he just sitting out there smoking his cigarette. So I bring the red bone up the stairs and stuff like that. My homies is sitting outside. So, and her homegirl sitting outside. They eating pretzels once again. We drinking beer, eating pretzels once again, or smoking or doing something. Just sitting outside on the porch. You know, my mom probably up in her room or something like that. So I bring the red bone up there. You know, and like I say, y'all know I wasn't really into the red bone, but she was bad. She was a nice little 8.5. But now, so I'm trying to talk to her and see what I can do, you know, and she's kind of like, you know, I like you, but you know, not now, you know.
I want to hold out a bit.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's going to happen, believe that.
Mm-hmm.
All that kind of stuff. So I said, you know, all right. So we end up going back up to Lake Street or something like that. We hanging out and we just doing the same thing. Pancho goes up to Minnie, ha. My homie goes up on back up, you know what I'm saying, the lake. And then I head my ass back to River Bluff, back on the 7, late ass midnight bus or some shit. We was just kicking it. So I see the girl again. She's still fine as something else. But
I almost walked right past you. Mind if I sit?
Lisa, slide through. It's open.
Wow, it's been forever. Last time I saw you was Jameson's cookout.
Feels like a whole different decade, right? You still got the same laugh, though.
How you been?
I'm good. Just letting the city show for me tonight.
Same. Got off my shift heading home. Crazy running into you.
But we on the bus. I'm with my guy. And I'm like, damn, what's that smell? It's kind of musty, you know what I'm saying? And so I guess she comes and sits by me. And she just looks so damn good. Maybe I'm kind of like, but then I'm kind of like, damn, what is that? You know what I'm saying? And so it was her. So now I'm kind of like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, and she's sitting on the seat next to me, like it's getting stronger and stronger. She's like, hey, I ain't seen you in a while, like this, you know, call me or whatever. She's trying to get my number again and all that. I'm like, oh Lord, you know what I'm saying? I might put you in the shower, baby, or something, man. So I come to find out, man, not the clown, you know, she ain't had nowhere to go. So she gets kind of riding the bus all day or gets, you know, and I was like, damn. And I said, hey, bro, I said, that was her. He's like, man, yeah, oh, she was, you know, she was, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I didn't judge her. I said, you know, she in a bad, she's like, yeah, bro, I think she homeless or whatever. She, you know, that's what it was. She ain't had nowhere to go. So she ain't had nowhere to go. I don't know what happened. She some with her people, whatever like that, but she still got that light about her. She's still trying to, you know what I'm saying, play and, you know, if you want to hang out and all this kind of stuff when we young. But I was kind of like, damn, man. I said, man. So I tell my homie, I said, man, she, you know, she got to jump in the shower. I said, she got to jump in the shower, bro. So I was telling Pancho, but Pancho was like, man, no, hey, man, you want some hotel money, little homie? I'll give you a couple $100, man. You gonna clean her up and have a ball, man. You know, he on that kind of, but at this point, I'm kind of like, okay, you already, you know, you'd already came out like a muskrat. So you know, I can't unsee that. You know what I'm saying? You bad, but you bad to the bone. Like you everything else is just not working. So he's laughing a little bit. He said, yeah, he said, listen, man, you know, I've been homeless, man. I probably smell like that too. He said, give her a chance, man. You clean her up, you wash that funky thing, and you dive up in it, man. You just dive and you dive. He said, you could be a snowboarder, man. But that's how he would talk, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he got a little half-cracked smile, talking about, and then he ends the laugh with a silent laugh. You know, a nigga be laughing loud, but he don't laugh like, he's like a and then he go to cigarette again, and it's back to being serious. Mm-hmm. back to a stone cold, back to that stone cold, serial killer, back to that stone cold Ed Gein face. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so that was another story that, you know, so now I got to end it off, and I might have a couple more with him, but so now, like I say, Pancho, he never had problem with the bras, and he wasn't the most pickiest. He didn't pick like ugly ones. He could have had whatever he wanted. And what was interesting about him is you never really could tell what he's doing because he wasn't really flashy. He had his little t-shirt, always have a do-rag, always have his GD chain on everywhere he went, and just have his little gray do-rag or whatever, and that's all he wear. You never see him with a baseball cap. I think I seen him with a baseball cap one time. It was the funniest looking shit in the world. But this nigga always, you just get used to seeing him with the do-rag. And he had braids, but you never really see him wear his braids like that. He just keep the do-rag on all day and all night. So, you know, you don't really know how much money he's making. And it's not that we was pocket watching, but you can't really tell because he's not flashy at all. He might have had a chain, you know what I'm saying, maybe, but he's, you know, you can't really tell what he's doing because he's so subtle with it. That's why when he used to make these comments about, you know, stuff saying, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you know, we gonna catch, you know, we on at the, you know, might have to pay him a visit, man. You know, whenever he talk real sinister or something, you never really know what the nigga got because he don't never talk about weapons. He never talks about what he has. He doesn't brag about anything. So you never really know where his mind is going about something. You just hear his calmness. And you know what I'm saying? And so the only time that I saw him angry was over his cousin. The one he said, yeah, you know, me and him gonna be burning the hell together, man. You know what I'm saying? That was his cousin. One time I heard him shout. And it sounded like Willie Earl times 10, because the voice get higher and higher. He had a deep voice, but then it, you know, as it picks, it stopped. So he's talking this, he must have called it, he didn't like his cousin. I could still tell that he had love for his cousin, but his cousin must have did something so unforgivable. He really wanted to grill that nigga. And his cousin must have, every time he comes to Gary or something, he'll run off somewhere or some shit. So he did something. It was really, really bad what he did. I just don't remember what it was. But he said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He talked like, he almost sounded like Willie Earl for a minute. Yeah, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? When he lied, so he was on the phone. I'm gonna get your ass when I get down to Gary, you the nigga. It's over with. I'm gonna bury you. Aren't you gonna be mad after I do with you, nigga? I'm gonna bury your ass. He's talking on the phone, leaving a voicemail to his cousin. And he's screaming at the top of his lungs. I was at their house, at his house or something like that at one time. And I'm just hearing this nigga say this shit. And then he says, yeah, that whole ass nigga, man. He said, I love his little bitch ass, but I'm gonna stretch that nigga if I ever go back down to Indiana. That nigga probably in Georgia hiding. And then he left, and then he got the cigarette again. Mm-hmm. That's how that go, man. Back to being calm, like it just never happened. I'll be like, okay, this nigga's a bug. I mean, this nigga was a real live bug. But it's funny. You know what I'm saying? And we're laughing. Me and my homie, we laughing our ass off because it's just funny as hell. And he's not. He doesn't think it's amusing. You know, he might just for the, just to appease your amusement, he might smirk a little bit. Go bury that boy. You know, so it'd be like that. You know what I'm saying? But, they had, let me see here. So, now, initially, when we start kind of hanging out, he was folks, right? So, I remember one time when I brought him down, we was by the house and stuff like that. Some of my guys that I grew up with that was in River Bluff, you know, I think one of my guys, Jay, or somebody was with his cousin or whatever. And, somehow them GD niggas tend to know who folks are not by the way they hold their hand. Cause I've seen this multiple times. It's something that I saw. I've seen this with a couple of my other homies. They like, hey, he this, he that. I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They just know. Like, well, they don't know each other, but they'll just look and they'll say, hey, he folks. Yeah. How you know? Oh man, the way he holds his hand, G. So I'm like, okay, this must be some real GD shit. I don't know. But anyway, so they asking him, he's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? But they seen the chain. So they ask him, he, you know, and I'm like, yeah. So, and I guess he gets kind of, he don't throw the fork up on him. He just kind of just like this. So at one point I'm asking him, you know what I'm saying? Cause he's like, you got to think he's from Georgia. Georgia is different than the Midwest. So I'm asking him about, you know, how things are in Georgia and stuff like that. And he's just kind of like, yeah, man, you know, it's just a bunch of niggas down there, man. And, you know, we just trying to escape the penitentiary, man. And so I said, well, do you connect with some of the folks up here? He said, man, look here, man, it's my nation, man. But, you know, I don't know, man. Chicago, man, it's a little different, man. Like, they kind of, you know. So he's probably referring to his dealings with some of the people up here. And he didn't seem to impress. He just didn't seem to impress really too much. Like, he didn't really want to speak against him or nothing. He was just like, man, you know, folks, he said, people up here, you know, they think I'm a little slow, man. I ain't slow. He said, I might talk slow. He said, I do this shit on purpose. He says, y'all thinking I'm slow. I'm not, man. I'm real fast. I get shit done fast and quick in a hurry. Now that's another cryptic thing. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all think I'm slow, but I'm up to speed to let you know that ain't how I go. Slide your ass under a closed door.
Because he could probably be talking about something that he gets sliding. Yeah, I get shit done in a hurry, man. I don't wait at all. And so, you know, that's probably his motto. Like, you know what I'm saying? His, you know, he don't wait. Like, if he has an issue with some dude, he's not one of these guys that's just gonna let it drag and go on and on and on. Pancho gonna come get your ass. That nigga's gonna come get your ass and that's gonna be it. He kind of was like, that's the, and like I say, I've never seen him commit a crime. You know, when he was serving, I mean, I ain't say that, I ain't see that either. Like, I didn't even know the nigga was hustling because he's so fucking quiet and so damn calm. I didn't even know he was hustling. So like when he brought me to the dope fiend house, he said, "Can you come out?" I didn't see anything, no transaction, just real smooth with it. Hey man, she gotta have you, man. I'm like, what? Who are you talking about? Hey, you know, lady right there, she ain't too much older than you, man. She look older because of the dope. But I said, the what? Oh yeah, she a dope fiend, man. But that don't stop the jaws, man. So you know what I'm saying? So I didn't see him do anything. I've never seen him do anything. So I don't, but you know, sometimes you just know. You can tell. And then you could also kind of tell around when we used to kind of go around and be around in the city and stuff like that. We could kind of see how people dealt with him. You could tell like when we would kind of be around in different places and, you know, street dudes and stuff. They were very leery of that nigga, man. And I didn't know why. But then when I started kind of hanging around him, I was kind of like, okay, he must have, something must have happened. I don't know. But then when you hear him say these little things and stuff, you kind of like, man, this nigga's like Gacy or some shit like that. He just, you know, you could just tell like he ain't wired right. This nigga ain't, you know, but like when stuff would happen, or like if I'm telling him, hey man, this happened or whatever like that, the response would always be immediate violence. He didn't care why or what happened or whatever like that. He never really cared. He didn't really care what I did. He didn't even ask if I did something wrong, because he felt like, well, you know, hey man, all you do is sell your CDs, man. You don't bother nobody. So in his mind, he says, you're bullying my little brother. You're bullying my little homie. So I'm about to come get your ass. And I'm about to get you up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling this nigga, don't, bro, no. You can't do that, bro. Like, hey man, listen here, man. Niggas can't think that they can just do whatever they want to do, man. I ain't got no problem with it, man. You know, I done did some time before, you know, I don't want to go back, but you know, I don't mind doing niggas wrong that deserve it, man. I like that shit. Smoke a cigarette. I like it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this nigga's a bug. This nigga's a bug. So I think he might have kind of like, I don't think he like hurting people, but I think he kind of enjoy, like, bullies and niggas try to act tough and all that rah-rah shit. Like, oh, he love punishing them niggas. He like doing that shit. He told us about another story when he was talking about, he was in, I think Georgia State or whatever the case may be. And, he was talking about how, like, let me see, I got it on paper. Cause his name, you know what I'm saying? His, you know, we knew his real name. Nobody called him that, but he said he had an issue with some niggas in the pen that he said he didn't want nobody knowing his name, and somebody must have said it or something, and they must have said something like, oh, Lil Courtney, or whatever the case may be. Or they said something, but see, that's a name that's not a name you want to have in a place like that, right? And he was explaining that to us. So even though, like he said, you know, he was with his nation, he still had to prove himself to a certain degree. I mean, people.
The new fish name's Courtney, sweet like a cupcake.
Yeah, fits that pretty face. Say that again, you won't. Guards! He's Pop down!
Already knew what he was about before going in, which don't always happen. Usually, if you get somebody that's out in the street doing all that, that don't mean nothing once you get up in there. Because it's all about these. And about them Bethlehems. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Knives and knuckles. That's all you got. But he had that. You know what I'm saying? He had that. So he was talking about how, like, somebody must have said his name, you know, and he's like, hey, man, my name Pancho, man. And somebody tried to say something like, oh, your name is, he said, pulverizer, man. He said, I did a bad, man. You know, so he was telling us about stories like that where he had to, you know.
They in here, no chain, no friends. They already sizing me up.
You picked the wrong block, little man.
Time to teach you the rules. No, get down! Hands where I can see them!
Cuff them. Peace and quiet, Susan.
You know, bust niggas up. That little video you showing me and stuff, that was the way he explained on what he did, what he was doing to niggas up in there. It doesn't do no justice. Where he said he had to stretch some niggas out in the shower and stuff like that. The video, the way he explained it to us and how terrifying that scene was and how he said he was doing niggas up in there, you know, it didn't really do too much justice. You know, you could kind of tell when a nigga's lying and gets trying to.
That's enough dark for a while. Fresh air tastes different after concrete walls.
Pancho back from the box, y'all.
Respect, big bro.
Keep your heads up.
You held it down, man.
Always. Peace keeps the kingdom running, but I stay ready.
The cap or whatever. It wasn't like he was bragging. It was kind of like, hey man, you know, DP don't go in no place like that. You know, don't trust nobody or whatever. You know, he was kind of trying to come from that. Like he didn't.
Let me make something clear. Next time y'all try that, I'm rolling y'all out of here, boy.
Really take. It wasn't a prideful, well, yeah, nigga, I done did time or whatever. Like it wasn't anything like that. There was really nothing very, very prideful about what the only thing that you would have saw that was something he was interested in doing is if he felt that he was threatened, or if somebody he loved felt was threatened, and he's just ready. He just can't wait. And I don't know if he's not thinking about the consequences or nothing like that, but you know, I just think it was a situation where, you know what I'm saying, he just felt like, you know, if it's somebody that's doing me good, but you know, like even the cousin situation, yeah, man, I bring it down to Gary, man. People Puerto Ricans, man, my cousin might smash you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I can't be messing with your cousin. She said, man, them niggas ain't shit down there, man. You might as well have my cousin, man. You know, and that brings me to another funny story. I made a video for that, but I didn't put it in. He was in Georgia or Gary, one of them. I think it was Georgia. And he said that he was with some woman, like girlfriends, like he had been with her for a while. So he's knocking her down like for the longest. He said he came to the family museum, almost threw family reunion and almost threw up. You know, I guess his grandma or somebody said, "Oh, hey baby, you done found your cousin." They holding hands, so they're walking around holding hands. They don't know, you know. And so, so he's like, "What?" He must let go of her head. What, grandma? He said, man, yeah, he said, that's your cousin. He said, my cousin? He said he was so damn mad. He was just so, I could tell by the way he looked away. He was just shaking his head. He said he was so damn mad. And we laughing our ass off. This nigga ain't got a smile in the world. So then I said, hey, bro, did you keep on hitting her? He said, hell no, man. Like, he got offended at this. He was kind of offended. He was looking at me, man, fuck no, man.
Are you holding hands with your cousin?
Hold up, what? Did you say cousin?
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all share a granddaddy. Ain't no dating in this yard.
They just got.
You know what I'm saying? That's the first time we really seen him frown up like they said, man, hell no, man. I was mad as hell, man. So he's going on and on about that for like 10 minutes straight. Like he was just disgusted. So, you know, if he would have seen Kevin Gates at this point, you know what I'm saying? He probably would have been disgusted. Cause you remember Kevin Gates was up there talking about that stuff saying.
Say less.
Which one? Oh, the one I was busting up? That's a normal occurrence in the South. Like, you got to think our families were separated due to slavery and all of that shit. So we don't know who our family is like that. We come from big families. So it's easy to meet somebody that you don't know that's your cousin and you get to nailing them and then y'all do the math and you find out that they related to you. Because a lot of us was displaced through slavery. Like, see, people want to talk about that part, but they don't want to talk about where it come from. But that's cool, you know. I'm not tripping.
Well, neither am I.
I'll do it again.
Now you tripping.
I'm not tripping. I'll do it again. Well, with Shorty, we good friends right now. But once I found out I ain't stopped, I was still pinning her to the floor. Cause you know that bed, she could kind of move with the bed on that floor. You can't run from it.
Yeah, you know, my cousin. You know how he tell you, hey, my cousin. I might as well keep on doing it. I mean, we done did it already. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he would have seen Kevin Gates, he probably would have just been like, oh my God. He probably would have been like, oh, hell no. But, you know, but yeah, man, that's all the stuff. I can't really think of too many other stories besides, the only other story that I could think of is there was this one, I'm going to call him, I know the name, I could put it up, but I'm going to call him, I'm gonna call him Cal. So Cal, I think at one point Pancho might have been either staying with him or or might have been doing business, whatever, but he lived close by. Cal had a badass little, she was on like a high yellow red bone, but she was a little bad, little short red bone, little beady eyes, fat ass, just all the works. Cal was whooping on her ass on a regular basis, to my understanding. I think he went to Stillwater. He went away for a while or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he went to jail for. So, cause knowing me, I probably looked the nigga up. I probably looked the nigga up and found out what was going on. Because see, here's what happened. I knew him and he was cool. He was real cool. In fact, it prevented me from going the route. So now, I think Pancho might have left town. I don't know what it was, but somehow, I might have been selling some CDs. She moved out to Ricksfield. So I didn't have a car around this time. So I probably was in Cedar Riverside or Minnehaha around that time. So you got to think, when I went to Cedar Riverside, or even before that, when I started going to the studio and going to IPR, and before, with the Cougar and all that, like, Pancho was gone. We don't know where he went. You know what I'm saying? He would get out of here. We gets vanished. And I think he left town. So he might have went to his baby mom's, or he might have did something to the nigga and left. I don't know. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But I could tell he was kind of down in the dumps before he left. So later on, somehow I get in contact, I think on the bus. It might have been on the bus. I think it was on the bus on the 21. I get in contact and I see Cal's baby mom. Now Cal doing time. So I'm thinking to myself like, so now that gives her the opportunity to see what's up. And she was overly interested. Hey, I said, hey, what's going on? I'm gonna call her, Jessica. Hey, what's up, Jessica? What's going on? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm trying not to be, I'm feeling bogus. I'm trying not to be bogus because, you know, I ain't blind now. Jessica was bad broad. Man, Jessica, I'm telling you, she was bad. She was bad, I'm telling you. So, but I feel like, man, Cal's cool. You know what I'm saying? But Cal gone. Cal ain't coming home for a minute. So, I'm talking to him. She's like, hey, what's going on? You know, like, she interested. I was like, hey, you know, I'm just doing my CD stuff. She said, hey, you know, yeah, okay. What you up to? You got a woman now? I said, no, I'm just kind of, she's like, okay. So I'm trying to bring it back to the music. I said, hey, I got a business card now. She said, hey, don't worry. She said, give me that card. Don't worry about that. What you doing? Oh man, I'm just kind of hustling around. She said, call me. So she whips out her phone. She give me her phone number. She said, and hey, I'm gonna take your business card. She said, you better pick up. She said, no, matter of fact, I'm calling you right now. So she's on it. I said, man, the Red Bulls be on me. I said, I like the chocolate. I said, I'll take it.
Misha, you ain't done a thing all day and now dinner ain't even started.
Cal, chill. She got the baby.
Man, whatever.
Step down. Hands behind your back.
I've been watching your phone.
I'm not playing.
Neither am I. There. Saved. Good.
Man, she calls me up like the same day or something like that. So I'm asking her, hey man, what up with Cat? Man, fuck that nigga. That nigga put his hands on me. He been doing that shit for a while. That nigga in Fairboat right now or some shit. What's going on? I'm like, man, I said, damn, man, I feel weird. She said, baby, do not feel nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no loyalty to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He bought a couple CDs from you and that's about all. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's really on this anti-Cal stuff. And now I'm feeling like, damn, is this nigga? So she stay out in Richfield. She's like, man, I'm trying to see you. She said, I ain't want to tell you. She said, you know, that's, you know, me and him had something or whatever. She said, that nigga knocked me upside the head so many times. You know what I'm saying? He knocked me up the head so many times. That nigga in jail for that shit. I don't care. I said, man, but y'all got kids. And she said, man, what's up?
It took me a second, but yeah, it's you. Six months and you just pop up on the 55? Wow. Cal ass in jail and I've been like you for a minute. So let me get that business card. DP.
Wait, Cal's locked up?
Very. Now quit looking nervous and hand it over.
I don't just pass these out like flies.
She was like, let me give you the address. Come through. Hop on the number 18. Bring you all the way out to 66 and 66. Where I had that, where the 83 got crashed at. You know what I'm saying? Come through. She said, I've been liking you for a minute. She said, I've been wanting to. She said, she had to stop. She said, oh, let me stop. She said, but I've been
watching you a while. And Cal been a dog. So I'm gonna have my cake and eat good. I want you, DP.
Bold declaration on a Tuesday. Guess I better make room for dessert.
You better.
Say less.
She said, I've been on you. I just couldn't do it. I'm like, man, I wouldn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm still feeling conflicted. Like, man, Cal, cool, man. She said, man, she's like, man, look here. So I go out there. I get on my little cologne or whatever I got. I go out there. I jump on my little shoes. I don't know around this time if I was in Cedar or whatever. I might have had the J's on or I don't know what I had.
What would Pancho say about Cal?
The hell with Cal. He's scary. Go on ahead and knock her boots off, man, and enjoy.
That's exactly him. Say less.
But I put my best kept. And, you know, I think I might have still had the cornrows or whatever. She might have still been on that. I don't remember. But all I know is I hop on that. Man, I go straight. I might have been at my mom's.
In the burbs and I'm trying to see you. Bring drinks. Say less. I'm on it. But don't just stand there. I was taking a minute. You looking like you bought the whole neighborhood. Get in here before you hype yourself up more. Say no more.
I think I was still at my mom's. I probably was. So this probably was around, you know, I don't know what it was, but I get out there, I hop on the 18 because I don't think it was a light, but I hop on the 18 and I speed up out of there and it was at night. But the call came in, you know, like, so, but I remember it was, she was like, man, come on through. She said, I'm putting that baby to bed.
You want a drink, Mesha?
Pour me something.
She's looking so fine, smelling like vanilla and trouble. My chest tight,
Drink more, baby.
I'm nervous, but I'm gonna take a sip.
Those boots, man. Sweet James Jones would approve.
Pancho's voice in my head talking about the boots, and here I am.
Like, damn, man, I feel so damn. She's like, look, I get over there, son sleep. And it looked like she gets kind of moved into the apartment, whatever like that. So she gets, and I think I had some liquor. So I'm trying to drink myself to where I don't feel bad about this shit no more, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. She was hella disappointed. She was hella disappointed. And maybe she did have a car, but she was so damn disappointed. I was like, man, I told her, I brought him up one more time. I said, man, are you sure? Like, I just feel so damn frustrated. She said, man, fuck that nigga.
Going for you, baby.
I'm good for real.
You sure it's just us?
Yeah, I'm cool.
You acting nervous. Look at you pulling away.
I ain't gonna bite. Just don't want to mess nothing up.
Mess up what? Being loyal to a bum?
It's not like that.
Relax, baby. I'm right here smelling like...
Hop in the bed. She got a nightgown on. She hop in the bed. Pour me some of that you got, baby. Oh, Lord. I said,
Pour me one.
Nah, you good, Misha.
Come on, just a little.
Not tonight.
Listen, you got a pure heart, but you got a willing woman right here. I've been liking you for years.
Misha.
Man, I feel so bad, man. He was the homie, like, you know.
I'm disappointed tonight, but I respect you. You got integrity, but don't let that stop a good thing.
Yeah.
You have a kind heart. It's too kind.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't bring myself to do it. I couldn't.
I kind of feel like you came over here and I don't know, I just expected more than this. You're real quiet right now.
More?
Yeah. Maybe I read it wrong, but could we at least cuddle?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
My heart's still going though.
I can tell. Just breathe.
Like such a sleazeball. She was so, I spent the night. She's like, man.
Just gonna stand out there all night?
I'm just trying to think.
I'm not trying to fight, D. I just want you in here with me.
I don't know what I'm doing right now, man. I feel like I'm letting...
Man, damn, like, you done came way over here, whatever.
I don't want to be aggressive, DP, but damn. Do I gotta take it?
She said, you know what? I'm gonna let you think about it. She gave me the key. She said, I gotta go to work. So I
go to work in the morning, and I'm gonna give you these here Kia. I know you hustle, so you could leave them here. You ain't like Cal's no job ass. I bet you could take care of me.
Yeah, I got you.
She gets her son up, goes, and I'm still tired because I have been drinking so much. And she gave me the keys. She give me the key. I can't remember how I got the keys back to her. She should slide under the door. So I don't know. But she gave me the keys. Lock the door. So in so many words, when I get off, yeah. When I get off. But I left. I couldn't do Cal like that, man. I couldn't do Cal. So man, that nigga probably sitting somewhere up in a cell. You know what I'm saying? I just could not bring myself to do it, man. You know? And then later I was like, man, shit, maybe I should have. But I couldn't bring myself, to do it. Because I think I had enough respect for him to where I just didn't feel, cause I'm thinking on the other end, like, damn, what if that was me? Most niggas would be like, I don't give a fuck. Because 9 times out of 10, that nigga, he gonna come home on probation. He ain't really gonna be coming around or whatever. Like, it's not a situation. But I said, is this what niggas do? They wait until your broad gets, until a nigga get locked up and come trying to knock the broad down. So I didn't want to feel like that, but that's what niggas do. That's normal. That's normal. So, Poncho, man. I think this is the final Poncho. I can't think of no more Poncho. I think I'm Ponchoed out. I'll probably release this maybe next week, y'all. I want to span them out a little bit. I'm going to try to listen to my homies, span them out, man. So, yeah, man. Yeah. But look, today, y'all gonna get, well, by the time y'all hear it, I might have to release it even earlier, but y'all gonna get some more stories. I'm slowly bringing y'all up to 2011 and 2012 and stuff like that. So I'm still going back and forth on a lot of different things so I can get the full groundwork. Because remember, after 2011, I'm in a dedicated relationship, with my now wife. I'm in a dedicated relationship from 2011 to the time I got married. So all I'm going to really be talking about a lot is now working kind of things. And then in between, I might have to go back up to the dark side and get down and dirty from time to time. Like, but I'm trying to work. I'm slowly working y'all through the down and dirty so you can kind of see as when I start changing, when I start really getting the money, when you see in the time machines, when you seeing I'm doing the recording and all that. So we're slowly working our way into like 2013, 2012 and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just giving you bits and pieces as I go along, but it's going to be slow, but we got to get out the mud. We got to get out the down and dirty in order for us to keep on, you know, so I could get into the light. So I'd be sitting up there like a Michelangelo painting. You know what I'm saying? So I'll see y'all.